live from Las Vegas. This is 13 Action News. Good Morning Las Vegas.
Right now on Good Morning Las Vegas, former President George H.W. Bush has passed away at the age of 94. The condolences coming in from all over the world for the American hero. An imposter trying to kidnap a baby. Now that infant's parents are speaking to us for the first time. Good Morning Las Vegas, I'm Tom George.
And I'm meteorologist Gina Cancelleri, and it is December the 1st.
Hard to believe, already December.
I know.
And it just hit us like a ton of bricks. It's already feeling like it too
Yes,
outside.
Absolutely, and as we move through this week, it's really gonna feel like December. We have a cool down on the way. Here's a live look outside from our Valley View camera, and we will see a mix of clouds throughout the day, sun and clouds. At this moment, it's sunny. 47 degrees is the current temperature with a wind at 3 miles per hour. We will feel the wind increasing as we head through the day today too. We have a cold front that's going to move through. Here are conditions elsewhere at the current moment. 42 degrees at Sunrise Manor, Boulder City 45 degrees and calm. But as I said, the wind is going to pick up as we move through the day today. Right now, Anthem, you have wind out of the south at 10 miles per hour. As we head through the day, wind elsewhere will be noticeable. Henderson 47 degrees right now. Summerlin, you are reporting some clouds at this hour and 46 degrees. So clouds will be around today as a cold front moves through. The cold front will be cooling us down as we head through the upcoming few days. Then as we move through the week ahead, we have rain in the forecast. I'll show you that in the 7-day planner, all coming up within the hour. Tom?
Sounds good. Thanks, Gina. Well, George Herbert Walker Bush, the 41st President of the United States, has died at the age of 94. President Bush dying just 7 months and 13 days after his beloved wife Barbara passed away. ABC's Maggie Rulli has more on the life and times of Bush 41.
I, George Herbert Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
George Herbert Walker Bush was sworn into a world he called rich with promise.
For a new breeze is blowing, and a world refreshed by freedom seems reborn.
The 41st president and his presidency were shaped by the upheavals of the 20th century. On his 18th birthday, he enlisted to fight in World War II, becoming the youngest pilot in the U.S. Navy. By 1948, the future president had married Barbara Pierce and moved his family from New England to Texas, where he was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. He soon rose to become ambassador to the United Nations and then China, director of the Central Intelligence Agency, and under Ronald Reagan, vice president. After 2 terms in the Reagan administration, Bush ran for president himself, defeating Michael Dukakis. Bush made a promise he would later break.
Read my lips. No new taxes.
But progress on his watch was felt around the world. The fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of communism in Eastern Europe. Perhaps most notably, the liberation of Kuwait after the Iraqi invasion.
A line has been drawn in the sand.
Despite his popularity after the Gulf War, a faltering economy and a growing budget deficit eventually weakened his presidency. And in 1992, Bush was defeated by Bill Clinton. With the election of George W. Bush in 2000, the senior Bush joined John Adams as both president and presidential father. He devoted his retirement to helping others, raising money with President Clinton for Asian tsunami and Hurricane Katrina victims.
He easily could have chosen a life of comfort and privilege. And instead, time and again, when offered a chance to serve, he seized it.
In the end, Bush, like his son, insisted he would let history measure his legacy. The president's body will ultimately return to Texas just as he requested. He'll be laid to rest on the grounds of his presidential library next to Barbara and their daughter Robin. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, New York.
And President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump also sending their condolences to the Bush family. In a statement released on Twitter, the Trumps say, quote, "Our hearts ache with his loss, and we, with the American people, send our prayers to the entire Bush family as we honor the life and the legacy of 41. And both President Trump and the First Lady are expected to attend the funeral, and Wednesday, December 5th will be designated as a national day of mourning.
It's just confusing to me. Like, somebody had to give her that information. There's no way she would have been able to get it by herself.
Well, this one's pretty scary. Where did a CPS imposter get the information police say she used on fake documents in an attempt to kidnap an infant? The answer will probably surprise you. 13 Action News reporter Brian Callahan spoke to that baby's parents, and this story may have you taking a closer look at your social media.
At like 1:30, I was like, hey, where are you? You know, I've been waiting on you. If you're not interested, just let me know. And she was like, well, I'm at the bank.
Cassandra Dean says she was supposed to meet Joanna Boyd Monday afternoon to sell her baby items. But as Dean was sending that message and waiting for a response, Metro says their officers were with Boyd, who was planning to kidnap Dean's 3-week-old daughter, posing as a CPS worker with forged documents. Police later showing up to tell the family of the plan.
When they said that, I mean, my heart hit my big toe and jumped back up.
Metro says Boyd called officers to the area near Craig and Las Vegas Boulevard, presenting a fake court order and other documents to remove the child from the home. Officers had concerns about those documents as well as other inconsistencies, like the fact they say Boyd did not have the proper ID and was not driving a county vehicle like CPS workers routinely do.
It's really nerve-wracking to think that this woman was able to get a hold of court documents and take our information and put it on there.
The Deans say officers told them the documents contained information about them, even though their only conversations were about the baby items.
She had our birthdays, my daughter's birthday. She had your apartment number and everything, like down to the T.
The couple said they keep their Facebook pages very private, and Cassandra never gave out her apartment number. While it's unclear where all of the information could have come from, 13 Action News was able to show the couple a surprising place where Cassandra's birthday was posted publicly.
Right there.
Right there on the sonogram.
Yep. She must have been really stalking.
While the family is still trying to figure out where Boyd may have found the other information, they are planning to be in court Tuesday when Boyd is expected to make her next appearance. Brian Callahan, 13 Action News.
A man is in custody after police say he carjacked a person at gunpoint. It all started in Henderson, but the man reportedly led officers on a pursuit into North Las Vegas. Now, this happened yesterday afternoon near Eastern and Serene, the suspect getting to North Las Vegas Boulevard and Nelson Avenue. A viewer sent us this video showing police setting up their perimeter in that area. North Las Vegas police say the suspect resisted arrest and was bitten by one of their canine officers.
So everyone's making phone calls, to their loved ones or whatever, just in case.
Yeah, nightmare in the air, forcing a plane headed to Florida to turn back around and land at McCarran. More than 160 people were on board the Frontier Air flight, terrified and not knowing what was going on. During takeoff, passengers say they saw the engine out the window was exposed, so they called flight attendants for help. You can hear the tension as the pilots radio in.
Okay, we need to declare emergency back to the airport.
And do you want to get in right away, or do you need to?
No, we want to get in right away.
Now, luckily that flight landed safely after about 15 minutes, and the airline was able to reroute the passengers. They were also given a full refund, plus a $500 voucher for future travel and a free breakfast. Well, more images are coming in of the damage caused by a massive earthquake in Alaska. The 7.0 magnitude quake struck Anchorage around 9 a.m. Las Vegas time yesterday. Roads gave way, swallowing up vehicles, and debris was tossed around inside buildings. Meantime, new video showing the moments that shaking took place. Check this out. You can see people running for cover inside their own homes, and outside, cars and buildings were swaying.
Loud when it came, and it was very clear that this was something bigger than what we normally experience. And we live in earthquake country, so folks here are used to small tremblers, but this was a big one.
Pretty scary, and luckily there are no deaths reported, only some minor injuries, but the roads in and out of the city have been badly damaged. Well, good morning, everyone. We've got road closures here in the Valley this weekend. Coming up, we'll show you exactly where they are and when they start. We'll be right back.
I'm meteorologist Gina Cancelleri. Waking up to a few clouds this morning, and we'll have some clouds scattered throughout the day today. Here's a look at your weather planner, and it does show a high temperature cooler than yesterday. We'll get even cooler over the next few days. I have your full forecast coming up after the break.
All right, well, beginning to feel a lot like December. A local event, Christmas for Teens, is happening this morning. Road closures for the event are already in effect. 13 Action News reporter Nina Porciuncula gives us a look at the roads you need to avoid.
As we look ahead into the weekend, we have a number of road closures because of events happening in and around downtown. So first off, we have a portion of Colorado Avenue closed between Casino Center Boulevard and 3rd Street starting on Friday 6 p.m. until Saturday at 6 p.m. And this is because of the Christmas for Teens happening out there. Also happening this Saturday, we have the Las Vegas Great Santa Run running from 7 a.m. to noon. We have a closure downtown. So to make it easier for you to remember which area to avoid, Fremont Street, 9th Street, Hoover Avenue, Las Vegas Boulevard, anything within this area, you should avoid it unless, of course, if you're running for the Santa Run, guys.
Let's run.
Yeah, right. Santa Run. Let's go right now.
All right.
I'll race you there. Let's just stop the show right now.
I could do it. I'm a runner. Are you a runner?
I try. You know,
right.
yeah.
He tries.
Yeah,
That's
I try.
nice. I'm going to try and give you the most accurate forecast possible.
That's a good
right
goal.
now.
That's,
Thank you.
That's what we need you to do.
Thank you. Yeah, I get paid to do that. All right, here's a live look outside right now from our Mandalay Bay camera. It is looking east towards Sunrise Mountain, and we had clouds earlier. Right now, no clouds out there, but as we move through the day today, clouds will come in and out and in and out. Current temperature 47 degrees. Sun came up this morning at 6:33. Maybe you were awake, maybe not. Sun will set later on this afternoon at 4:26 as our days continue to get shorter as we head into the winter solstice toward the end of the month. All right, here's a look at the satellite loop right now, and we did have some clouds move through earlier this morning. More clouds off to the north. They're going to start to approach as we head through the day today thanks to a cold front getting ready to move through Las Vegas, and it will change our weather. Not dramatically, but you'll notice a chill in the air just in time for December. So here's a look at our futurecast. Most of the clouds and the action staying north of the valley. Not expecting to see any wet weather today, not expecting to see rain in the valley or even snow on the higher elevations. I think we're staying mainly dry. Same story for Sunday. No big changes then. Even Monday, nothing changing. As we move into Tuesday and Wednesday, more clouds will start to move into the picture, an approach of a weather system. This one will bring us the wet weather. That's going to happen on Thursday. This computer model says it's going to show up Wednesday night. I really believe that the wet weather will show up on Thursday, so be prepared for Thursday activity in the form of snow in the mountains. There you see it with the pinks and the whites, and green indicates rain in the valley. I think everybody's going to see some rain. How much? It's tough to tell on a Saturday how much rain will fall on a Thursday, but what I can almost guarantee is yes, you will probably get wet on Thursday. Then everything kind of clears out as we head into the upcoming weekend. But for now, let's focus on this weekend. It will get breezy as this cold front moves through today. High temperature cooler than yesterday. Expecting a high temperature of 59 degrees, which is exactly where we should be for December the 1st. As we move into Sunday, cooling down thanks to the cold front coming through. Tonight's low temperature, 39 degrees. Tomorrow's high temperature, just 54. Then as we move into Monday, even cooler then, 52 degrees for a high temperature on Monday. Then as we move into Wednesday, clouds start to thicken up here, still staying dry for the most part. Then by Thursday, it will get windy, it will get cloudy, and I'm expecting most of the valley to see rain. Storms, mountain snow, the whole deal is going to happen on Thursday. Then as we head into Friday and the upcoming weekend, everything will start to clear out. So there's your forecast in a nutshell. Tom, back to you.
Sounds good. Well, they're nicknamed the Sexy Porch Pirates, women going door to door wearing provocative clothing and stealing packages. Apparently, they've hit at least 5 homes in Texas over the past several days. Some of those are package heists caught on video. Now, police are trying to track them down. Watch out, protect those holiday gifts there, all right? Well, a Cleveland radio station is banning one of the most popular songs played during the holiday. Star 102 will no longer play Baby It's Cold Outside. They say it's not appropriate in the Me Too era. The song became popular and won an Academy Award when it was featured in the film Neptune's Daughter back in 1949. It chronicles a couple's fight as a man tries to get a woman to stay when she's trying to leave. The station says today the song is a good reminder of what consent means. Well, when Good Morning Las Vegas returns, giving back to kids in need around the valley, how you can get involved with serving our kids. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back. It's the season of giving, and one local charity is adding a little competition into it, Serving Our Kids, kicking off its 6th year of their Food Drive Challenge. Joining me this morning is Dale Darkus, and he brought some friends with him as well, right? Good morning, you guys. Yeah.
Good morning.
You guys want to introduce yourselves real quick?
Gavin?
Sophia.
Go ahead.
I'm Julie. I'm Charlotte. I'm Evan.
Awesome. And so for people that don't know, so what does Serving Our Kids do, and how does it kind of help out the community here?
Serving Our Kids Foundation is a 501c3 charity in town that provides weekend food bags to local homeless and at-risk children throughout the valley. We currently serve 63 schools and roughly 3,000 bags every year. We've been doing this challenge now for 6 years, and we started off with these schools. We were at 12 schools and 600 children. So you can see what kind of an influence these 4 schools have had on our organization's growth and where we've come since we first started.
Yes, it's a big week for you guys. So I mean, what's kind of what is the challenge, and how do you guys kind of do that?
The challenge is basically we need to bring in raviolis, we need to bring in pudding cups and cookies and breakfast bars, bottled water, noodles, and cheese crackers and stuff like that. And what we do is all the schools, whoever makes the most whoever gives the most packages and they get money from it. I believe.
A trophy.
Yes.
A trophy.
Okay, so where does all that food go once you guys get it in there?
They pick it up at their schools, and then on Friday, On Track has donated a truck and a driver to go around to the 3 schools and pick up the food and deliver it to Serving Our Kids warehouse, so we're able to package the bags up and give them to kids for the weekends.
Awesome. So it's going on this week, right?
Yeah, the drive kicks off on Friday. People can go to our website, www.servingourkids.org/shop, and purchase the food items that we put in the bags for the kids. On the top of the virtual grocery store are the 3 schools that are involved this week. Just click on one school that you want to give the credit for it, and for the parents of the schools, just click on your child's school, and under comment put your child's teacher, and we'll be able to get the donations and then the food out to the kids throughout the valley.
Awesome. You guys got even more here, right? This is lobby right now. We're all waving hello, so you got a whole packed house.
Yeah.
Look at all them. Yeah, awesome. So
yeah, this thing just keeps growing and growing, and these kids get more and more involved in the drive with us, and more kids love to come out and kick off the drive with us because they want to let people from their school know that they want to win the competition and they want to help needy children in the valley. And that's the key to this all, is that kids are helping kids to have food for the weekends and to be able to flourish in life and be happy.
awesome. And so real quick, if you want to help out, where do you drop it off? And what do
you can
do?
drop off the food at any one of these 3 schools: Frank Lamping Elementary School, Glenn Taylor Elementary School, or Vanderburg Elementary School this week. And the driver will pick the food up on Friday and deliver it back to our warehouse. So drop off the food at any of those 3 schools, or www.servingourkids.org/shop, and the food will come directly, get shipped direct to Serving Our Kids, and won't have to go through the school.
Can't think of a better cause. Kids helping kids. Thank you guys so much for being here this morning, waking up early. See you guys after the break. All right. All right, well, check this out. It's officially December. Time to hit the slopes. This week's storm actually brought some fresh powder up at Lee Canyon ahead of their big winter opening. As of yesterday, get this, 9 inches of snow just at the base area, and at the top where the chairlifts are, a foot of snow with even more chances of snow in our forecast. The resort aiming to open for the season December 7th. Purchasing online tickets for skiing, snowboarding, or tubing highly recommended, so you can take advantage of those online savings and avoid sold-out dates. Well, now to an update to a story we've been following for months. A downtown neighborhood park will not reopen this weekend like planned. The city says Hunt Ridge Circle Park, which was closed a couple months ago, may actually be closed through March. And soon they're adding rocks underneath trees and other areas to make improvements to the space.
The city's not going to say, hey, this is designed to keep the homeless people out, but that's what they're doing.
Now, since the park has been closed, neighbors say crime has been down. In a statement, Councilman Bob Coffin says the long-term future of the park depends on our ability to service the homeless population and find new places for them to live. Well, good morning, Las Vegas. Following the wildfires, people are on edge throughout California. Still ahead, a closer look at what some are describing as the worst-case scenario. We'll be right back.
Now, live from Las Vegas, this is 13 Action News. Good morning, Las Vegas.
Right now on Good Morning Las Vegas, it's right here in the valley, a rare look inside the room that Metro says could be a game changer when it comes to keeping you and your family safe. Plus, making kids feel safe at school here in the valley, why administrators say a growing number of students are worried to walk the halls, and what they're doing to give them a peace of mind. Good morning, Las Vegas. I'm Tom George. Hard to believe it's already December. We want to start off with 13 First Alert meteorologist Gina Cancelleri. Fresh powder in the mountains and chilly here in the valley, right?
Absolutely, and this is the way it should be. It is December the 1st. Good morning. Happy December to you. Here's a look at our forecast as we head through the day today. Reporting 47 degrees right now at McCarran International Airport with a few clouds around. And the clouds will stick around today, in and out. Kind of here, kind of there. Not going to bring us any wet weather. We are staying dry. Here's a look at the forecast as we move through the day. Temperatures cooler today than yesterday. Yesterday we were in the low 60s for highs. Today we are barely getting to the 60s. And we will have a breeze out there today as well, about 15 to 20 miles per hour. This is all a cold front moving through Las Vegas, and this is what it will do to our temperatures as we head through the next couple of days. The average high temperature for this time of year, today we're right on target, 59 degrees. As we move through tomorrow, getting cooler, mid 50s, Monday, low 50s. Then we start to bounce back up midweek. By the end of the week, we have rain in the forecast and mountain snow as well. I will show you that in the 7-day, all coming up a little later. Tom?
Sounds good. Thanks, Gina. Well, this morning we are continuing to remember the legacy of a president, George H.W. Bush, passing away last night at the age of 94. Now there are some plans for his funeral officially getting underway this morning. We're waiting to hear from the White House about plans for services in Washington, D.C., but right now we do know where he'll be buried. It'll be in College Station, Texas, just behind his presidential museum. He'll lay beside First Lady Barbara Bush, who passed away in May, and their 3-year-old daughter, Robin, who died from leukemia back in 1953. And new this morning, the Nevada Highway Patrol has put up what it's calling its life-saving tree. Right now, the tree is pretty bare. The goal, to keep it that way, it'll actually only be decorated when a graveyard trooper arrests an impaired driver and saves a life from being the potential victim of a drunk driver. Each Christmas ball decoration will represent an impaired driver who was arrested. Last year's tree had more than 100 Christmas decorations. NHP saying the ultimate goal here is to achieve 0 fatalities. Cool idea. Well, now to a 13 Action News update on the Las Vegas native missing after hiking in Colorado. It's now been a week since Air Force cadet candidate Micah Tice was last heard from before embarking on a hike in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. High winds up there and those wintry conditions have made search efforts difficult. Well, now his mom and his brother are on the ground in Colorado, and they're looking for more experienced hikers and members of the military to help them out with this important search.
And so it's extremely critical that we continue to put forth all resources, all efforts available to us.
Now, there have also been a few breaks in the case. Some hikers actually reported seeing Tice out on the trail last Saturday, and they say he was carrying gear with him. That's also helped those rescue crews narrow down their search. Well, the Justice Department is giving nearly $17 million to help support 1 October victims and first responders. Acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker says they cannot undo damage, but they can provide money to help Las Vegas heal. That money is awarded to the Anti-Terrorism and the Emergency Assistance Program. It'll supplement a $31 million compensation fund that was collected and spent by the Nevada Office for Victims of Crime. Well, solving crimes faster than ever before, Las Vegas police on the cutting edge of some of the newest technology. It's all coming together in a special unit that we rarely get to see. 13 investigative reporter Joe Bartels went deep inside Metro's Intelligence Nerve Center.
Well, let's take you inside the Fusion Watch Center. It's really an incredible hub of information, technologies, and cameras, and it's really looked upon as the future of policing.
He bum rushed into the apartment, drew a gun, took her purse, and had her phone from her.
It looks like something out of a crime show drama.
Mary 47, 329 Adams.
But this is real life.
Is she pressing charges on these crimes?
These are officers and civilian specialists that focus on combating crime from behind a keyboard.
No guns or tasers, instead cameras and technology. Lieutenant Dory Corin says his technical operations section is solving crimes and giving police on the streets a real-world advantage in this virtual setting. A network of dozens of high-definition public safety cameras, shot spotter sensors that can listen and detect the location of gunfire around the valley, facial recognition software, automated license plate reader databases. It all comes together inside Metro's Fusion Watch Center.
This is a perfect example of integrating a variety of different technologies to combat crime in real time.
Case in point, earlier this year, a camera operator spots that white car that's been reported stolen. Moments later, a second car pulls right next to it. Then the driver starts rummaging through the stolen car. Within minutes, police are dispatched and take 2 suspects into custody. Turns out both cars were stolen. Cameras also catching this brutal attack on the Strip. Watch as a woman is punched in the face on a pedestrian bridge. Police say before the crime could even be called in, officers were quickly sent to the location to make an arrest and tend to the woman's injuries. And then there's this. Watch this SUV that's been sitting for a long time at a Las Vegas gas station. The plate comes back as stolen. The driver takes off, and from there the chase is on. Watch as the driver hops out, but the SUV keeps going. Camera operators get on the police radio and warn the officer in the foot chase the SUV is headed dangerously close to him. Lieutenant Corin says it's an example of their virtual teamwork.
We've used this technology to identify 2 robbery series suspects. In one of them, there was 13 incidents that happened, and those incidents continue to happen without any kind of repercussions for the suspects, because we had no other leads until we deployed facial recognition.
The specialized unit is using facial recognition software that can compare suspected criminals to previous mugshots for matches in a limited database.
This is the future of policing. And we are one of the most advanced in the country.
The department has access to RTC bus cameras to monitor crime in real time. Lieutenant Corrin says despite the ability to see things like never before, privacy is paramount.
So for the average citizen who's not involved in any kind of criminal activity that may get video recorded at one point or another, that data never gets stored or saved beyond our normal retention period.
Corrin says as new technologies emerge, the department carefully reviews any possible privacy issues as it balances rights to privacy while catching criminals. Joe Bartels, 13 Action News.
Thanks, Joe. Well, what are schools doing to keep our students safe? Parents worry about the well-being of their children when they get dropped off. Well, this morning, our Raising the Bar series continues. Sierra Vista High School is doing things differently. After the first bell rings, the gates are locked, and the staff sees everyone who approaches the school via their cameras. Now, school officials say parents and students have been demanding more security.
It's heartbreaking. The reason you get into this business to begin with as a teacher is to educate, but also to make students feel supported and safe and secure. And it's as a father, as a principal, as an educator, it's heartbreaking when a kid says that to you.
And administrators say if it makes students feel safer, that extra security is well worth it. And we need your help to raise the bar on education. If you have a story idea, just send an email to raisingthebar@ktnv.com. and be sure to include your name and your phone number. Well, about 32,000 kids forced from their homes during the Camp Fire will go back to school on Monday. The fire in Northern California is contained, but it burned down a lot of schools, so kids will take classes in different places. Some will go to schools in neighboring towns, and others will take classes online. And it's the worst case scenario in parts of California, mud flowing into homes where those wildfires burned everything. One man barely got out of the way before that mud barged into his house. Crews have been rescuing people who got trapped. People across Northern California are under flood warnings and watches. Evacuations have been lifted in Southern California, but leaders were worried about possible floods and mudslides there too. Well, Kansas City Chiefs running back Kareem Hunt is apologizing. A video obtained by TMZ Sports shows the NFL star pushing and kicking a woman in a Cleveland hotel. This happened back in February. TMZ reports police were called to the scene, but no arrests were made. The woman told police Hunt kicked her out of his room because she refused to hook up with one of the men in his entourage. The Kansas City Chiefs released Hunt last night. They say he lied to the team when they asked him about the incident directly. Team officials say the truth came out with that video. Well, straight ahead, our reporting driving change, how the nation's capital is taking on abuse by caretakers. Darcy Spears investigates.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Gina Cancelleri. It's December 1st and it's going to feel like December. We have some clouds in the forecast today from time to time. High temperatures exactly where they should be for December the 1st, and then we get a big cool down and even some rain. I'll tell you the full forecast coming up after the break.
Right, we want to head to some breaking news right now. We're hearing reports of a shooting in the downtown area near Bruce and Fremont. Right now, Metro says it's best to avoid the area. We're still working to gather some more information. As soon as we know anything, we will, of course, bring you the latest here on air and online at ktnv.com.
Let's talk weather.
Yeah, let's talk weather. First day of December,
It
really
is.
feeling like it. Snow up on the mountain, fresh
Yes,
powder. And
I know, and more expected this week.
And even in the valley, can't avoid the cold. So
No, so here it is. Grab a coat. My coat looks like a blanket because it is that chilly. As we move through the day today, the wind will pick up too. Here's a live look right now from the Stratosphere camera. Looking west, there you can see the snow on the mountains. Gorgeous out there today. 47 degrees is the current temperature, and the wind barely a breeze out there, just 3 miles per hour. But as I mentioned, the wind is going to pick up as we move through the day today, and as it picks up, you'll notice a few clouds floating in and out, up and down, around. Here's a look at the 13-hour forecast for your wind speeds today. I know it says 35-mile-per-hour wind gust. I'm not expecting it to hit that high, but as we move through the afternoon, the wind will be sustained about 15 to 20 miles per hour. And there you can see it there around 3 o'clock. That's probably going to be the peak when the sun is up the most, and we will see the wind moving through, all thanks to a cold front that's moving through Las Vegas today. Here's a look at the allergy forecast. Despite the wind out there, there is low to medium rates expected as we head through the day today for your allergies. Ragweed, sagebrush, and elm are the highest ones around. All right, here's a look at the weather pattern as far as temperatures go. The numbers are not on here, but I'll explain what's happening here. The brighter the green, the warmer it is. As we look farther off to the north, the lighter the green, the cooler it is. So for the next couple of days, we have a little bit of both. Then as we move through the upcoming week, a major storm is going to move through Las Vegas, and that's going to dip our temperatures down. There you can see that ball kind of sliding through. That's going to be the big storm that's going to bring us some cool weather. Then we're going to warm up right after that. We are going to be average as we head through the day today. Today, though, will feel cooler than yesterday, thanks to this sort of benign cold front that's moving through. So here's a look at your 7-day planner, and it does say today we will be breezy. High temperature 59 degrees, and that's the expected high temperature for this time of year. As we move through the night tonight, it's going to be cold. 39 degrees is the overnight low. For tomorrow, we are even cooler. 54 degrees is the expected high temperature for your Sunday. Monday, even cooler yet. 52 degrees for a high temperature. As we move through the next couple of days, then there's that warm up. We bounce up to the mid to upper 50s as we head into Wednesday. Wednesday, expecting more clouds to be here too. That's in advance of a storm system. That storm system will bring rain to the valley, and it will bring more mountain snow. Expected all day on Thursday. I do think everybody's going to see their chance of precipitation. Then that storm's going to move out. High temperatures rebound. 58 degrees for a high temperature on your Friday. Tom, back to you.
Yeah, head up to the mountain, enjoy that snow. Thanks, Gina. Well, our reporting is driving change to protect people from serious crimes. 13 Investigates has revealed exploitation of our most vulnerable citizens in a years-long special report on the horrific abuse in the guardianship system. Chief Investigator Darcy Spears follows the story as it now heads to our nation's capital.
They defame your family. They do that in case after case after case.
When Julie Belshie lost her mom and dad, and her parents lost everything they had, we told their story and set off an unprecedented movement against corruption in Nevada's guardianship system.
I thought Nazi Germany was done in 1946. I didn't know it still existed in America.
April Parks, the woman who exploited the Norths and countless others, sits behind bars awaiting sentencing. And those who picked up the pieces of broken lives to keep the same from happening to others are hoping our reforms set a nationwide standard.
Guardianship abuse hit many in Nevada. It destroyed the lives of countless individuals, depriving them of their liberty, their right to see their family, and their assets.
Our investigation into theft and exploitation is leading to major reform in how we care for the vulnerable. This week, Barbara Buckley with Legal Aid Center of Southern Nevada took Nevada's experience to the Senate Special Committee on Aging. She talked of the crimes committed against elderly and disabled adults in Nevada, all under court approval.
Guardians were being appointed without notice, often when there was no real need for a guardian. The court bypassed family members to appoint professional guardians or others who proceeded to loot the estate and then isolate the individual from their loved ones.
Many of the victims told us they felt the system was rigged against families. To this day, the Nevada judges who gave approval to corrupt guardians have not been held accountable, a nationwide concern highlighted by Senator Richard Blumenthal from Connecticut.
But these judges are essentially beyond any oversight. And very often, they have their own fiefdoms, literally, their own private kingdoms. They make a ton of money.
Buckley told the senators about 3 key areas of reform in Nevada's guardianship system that were implemented in the wake of our investigation, like the right to have an attorney.
The goal of council is to ensure that the least restrictive alternative to guardianship is the first thing examined, so as to maximize the independence and legal rights of those who are facing guardianship, to provide a voice in court proceedings for those who want to contest a guardianship, either because it's unnecessary or because the guardian is abusing their power.
The second piece of reform is creating a Bill of Rights for protected persons that would end the previous lack of consideration for those under guardianship, ensuring dignity, respect, and making sure visitors are not restricted.
In Nevada, like many other places, there seems to be almost a callous indifference about the rights of the individual under guardianship, where there are opinion didn't really matter.
The third plank, which is key to ongoing protection and a direct result of our investigation, is the creation of the Guardianship Compliance Office to provide auditing and investigative services to district courts.
They may locate a protected person who is not where they are supposed to be. They may report on the appropriateness of the guardian and the care and treatment.
The Senate just released a report called Ensuring Trust about the effort to overhaul guardianship. We have the link to that and the entire guardianship hearing on ktnv.com. Darcy Spears, 13 Action News.
Thanks, Darcy. Well, we will be right back with a final check of your First Alert forecast. You're watching 13 Action News, where you get breaking news fast and first. Stay with me.
Okay, let's look north and south. How about this? For a full panoramic view, Mandalay Bay camera is looking north and the Valley View camera is looking southwest. It is a beautiful start to what will be a beautiful beginning of December. We will have some clouds moving in and out throughout the day. We will remain unsettled as we head through the upcoming week. The wind will pick up today. There is a cold front moving through, so today will feel a lot cooler than yesterday. Current temperatures in the upper 40s for most of us right now. Then as we head through the day, we will warm up to only the upper 50s, which, yes, but that's how we should be for this time of year. And there will be a wind too. Then as we move through the next couple of days, Tom, do you need some more rain in your yard? Do you need some snow in the mountains?
I have that for you.
Yeah. Yes, it's coming on Thursday. Storm likely. I think everybody will see some form of precipitation. If you are in the mountains, expect some snow. If you are in the valley, expect some rain on Thursday, that is. Up till then, we're staying dry.
That's one of the best things about living in Vegas. You can go up and enjoy the snow.
I agree.
Come back down and not have to shovel out your car.
I agree. It's pretty great.
All right, well, thanks for making us a part of your day. Remember, we're always on at ktnv.com. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.